Very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Yeah. Um, so I'm looking at my notes and we looked at Overdrawn
Yep,
was the um
that's right.
last monologue we did. Let me because I got to my uh I got to my desk a little late this morning. So I
No
was
problem.
just getting started and noticed the time. So we finish Overdrawn? I believe we did, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We did. Okay, right. One of the things I want you to remember when we talk about the word overdrawn or draw or whatever,
Yeah,
keeping those lips relaxed, right?
draw,
Um,
draw. Yeah,
exactly.
overdraw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right. Um, so let's take a look then at the last, and this is the last one
Yep.
before we get on to there's tons of monologues, but then after this one, that I believe the guy who made this website wrote all of these. All the rest
Hmm.
of them are going to be taken from different TV shows and movies,
Okay.
comedy, and that. But there's plenty of material left. I've been one of my students found this link and gave it to me, and I've been using it uh, a lot, because there's tons and tons of good monologues from movies and from all of that. So let's go ahead. Is that big enough there?
Yep. Yeah, that's good. Second. Yep. So, Night Bakery. Um, is that Cassandra? Yeah, okay. A personal, a, pers- a personal strength of mine. I'm full of good ideas. I always have been. Ever since I was very young, my brain has seen connections, like a math genius. But instead of numbers, in opportunities, business, life.
Okay, so you want to stop there.
Yep.
I mean, we're going to stop there. So that was
Yeah.
terrific, except for we didn't read the intro. Cassandra
Oh,
thinks
yeah.
quick and speaks figures. She speaks to a potential employer at a job interview. So in the first sentence, we want to say a personal strength of mine because she
Oh,
was
yeah.
asked and she's
Yeah.
repeating
Oh,
back the
okay. That's
question.
right. That's right. Yeah.
But everything
Otherwise,
else was terrific. Everything else was, yeah.
a personal strength of mine. Yeah. I'm full of ideas. Yeah. Always have been. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So everything was good. You want to like personal strength of mine. She's thinking out loud, or she's doubtful about she didn't understand the question or whatever. But we want to go up a pitch.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I mean, I have, s- I mean, I have ideas that would turn this place on its head. Turn it, turn this place on its head. You know, if I told you half of what I've got planned, if I told you half of what I've got planned, you look at me like some time traveler to the dark ages, my pocket full of flashlights and antibiotics. Is that all right? I mean, maybe it's a bit a
Antibiotics.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. In general, like it was a little bit long sentences. Yeah,
Hmm.
sentence. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was good. The only thing I would say with antibiotics, you use the
Yeah.
anti, which is fine. Some
You say
people will say
anti.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd probably say either antibiotics or antibiotics with the schwa.
And okay, and the antibiotics or the antibiotics. Yeah.
Biotics, and then this is going to be short. This O.
And and sorry, short of biotics. Yeah. Antibiotics.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. That's
Otherwise,
exact. That's what.
like
Yeah. No,
anything
other
other
than
than
that,
that, or
it
you
was
didn't?
good. I think you kind of said, if I told you half of what I've got planned, you'd look at me. You might. I didn't have a problem with it, but you probably don't have to go up and pitch like you did. You'd probably just you'd look at me like some traveler to the dark ages. But you notice how I kind of still went up and pitched. That's why I didn't have a problem with it. So I think you
Okay,
did fine. Yeah, I think
okay,
you were fine.
okay. Uh, not not that this place in not that this not that this place is in the dark ages, mind you. Okay, all right. In fact, it seems like just the kind of place where my idea could really flourish. Okay. Oh, no, I can't. Until very recently, that was my personal weakness of mine. Uh, Oh, no, I can't. I don't know what I was asked. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't know. Yeah.
that's some question, right? She's reacting to that. Reacting to that, yeah. Until very recently, that was what that was a personal weakness of mine. I couldn't help I couldn't help sharing my ideas. And then before you know it, they were out of there. Sorry, they were out there, and I was left with nothing. I do it again. I couldn't help sharing my ideas, and then before you know it, they are out there, and I was left with nothing. Okay, I can give you an example because this I can give you a because this one's from yeah. I can give you an example because this one from a few years ago. This
All right.
one's
Yeah.
from a yeah, yeah.
This one's from a few years ago. So great job there. And then before you know it, perfect. That's exactly right. I was left with nothing. So that one, another good paragraph. It did sound like you at the very beginning. You said, "Oh no." Did you say
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
um?
Maybe I was
Oh,
wrong.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very
No.
so and are like two very common things, right? When you're thinking
Yeah. Um, yeah. No.
exactly. Yeah. No, I can't. And you might hang on that M in that, like, no, I don't think so. Like when we think, we really keep
Right.
those lips closed.
Right.
Hang on that
Yeah.
M. Yeah, exactly. So,
Right.
but other than that, very good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This one, yeah. When I was younger, I was dating this economics major. And he was trying to come up with something to pitch in his business class that week. So I'll do it again. When I was younger, I was dating this economics yeah, major,
Major, yeah.
yeah. When I was younger, I was dating this economics major, and he was trying to come up with something to pitch in his business class that week. And out of nowhere, I said one of those things that was so brilliant, it sounded completely stupid. That was so brilliant, but which sounded, sorry, so
No,
too too
this is
good
one of
and in a yeah, so yeah.
this is one of those situations where you said I said one of those things that was so brilliant that it sounded completely stupid. They just take out the relative pronoun that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They you don't need it, and that's what they're doing. It should be there, but they took it out, and so that happens a
Okay,
lot.
so that
That,
yeah, so yeah, okay. I said I said one of those things that was so brilliant, it sounded completely stupid. Night bakery. He said, Night bakery? And I said, yeah, it's a baker. Sorry. Yeah, it's a bakery that opens at night because baker work from really early in the morning. so they are ready for people around breakfast. You probably know this. He didn't. He didn't.
So
No,
you're going to
to-
say, you probably know this. He didn't.
yeah. You probably know this. He didn't. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so at the night bakery, the baker won't. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so at the night bakery, the baker would work through the day, and then open around dinner time.
So in that
Yeah.
one, I have no
Yeah.
problem with you pausing after so, right? Anyway, so at the night bakery, that's perfectly fine, right? Depending on your storyteller way. But the way it's written is you just go into your story, right? Anyway,
Yeah.
so at the night bakery, you're just going right into it, right? So it's rather than so it's like so and then story goes on, right?
Okay. Okay.
So this one day, like I was so this one day or so yesterday or whatever, you're probably just
Okay.
going to go quick as opposed to so comma and then you go in with your thought. You're just going right into the story. So
Right.
I don't have a problem with the fact that you paused. That's fine. But the way it's written, you don't need to. And then
Okay.
also the other
Right.
thing and so at the night bakery, the bakers would work through the day and then open. And so you might want to pause, hang on that word,
Okay.
emphasize
Because
it
like
because
a
it's
kind
like
of
that. It's,
highlighting the differences. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, oh, sorry. So at night bakery, the baker would work through the day and then open around dinner time. Yeah. Who would come to who would even come to a night bakery? He said.
So who would
Restaurant.
even?
Yeah.
So you want to go and pick like
Who
who
would,
would even go up to a night bakery?
okay. Who would even come to a night bakery? Yeah. Yeah, because that's kind of a contrast. Yeah, with the regular one. Yeah. Yeah. He said. He said. And restaurants, people having soup for dinner, people who forgot to buy sorry, dessert, yeah,
Dessert.
dessert. People who forgot to buy dessert to take dessert. Sorry, people who forgot to buy dessert to take to a party. Do it again. Restaurants, people having a restaurants, people having soup for dinner. People who forgot to buy dessert to take a party. To take to a party. Yeah, to take to a party. And what about people coming home late after a dinner, after a night out? Imagine.
After a night, no, you want to go. And what about people? And what about people coming home late after a night out? What about those
Okay.
people?
What about people coming? What about people coming home after late late after a night out? Like, what about people coming? What about people coming home late after a night out? Yeah. Imagine being blind, being imagine being drunk. Yeah. Imagine being blind drunk and stumbling across a bakery at 2 in the morning selling chocolate croissants. You'd buy 50.
Chocolate croissants.
Oh yeah, French. Yeah. Chocolate croissant.
Well, Amor, you didn't mispronounce it necessarily, but it sounded like you said croissants. You emphasized the first syllable, and we want to stress the second syllable.
Croissant. Yeah, croissant. Yeah, okay.
Correct. I'll write
Uh,
that down, just
yeah,
in case, just to make
croissant.
sure.
Right. Imagine being blind drunk and stumbling across a bakery at 2 in the morning selling chocolate croissant. You'd buy 50. We broke up a few months we broke up a few months later. A year after that, he dropped out of school and opened a bakery called Nocturne. It's exactly what you It's exactly what you think it is. Is that right? Yeah.
No, I was going to say, yeah, since you paused, nocturne is short O.
Nocturne. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Nocturne. Nocturne. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other question for me? I have some for you, and I'm keen to get started.
That's okay. Very good. Yeah. So, great job. Yeah. Like even here, going back to this line, and I didn't even mention it, but since we're at the end, I will. I didn't mention it at the time. You said, imagine being blind drunk, which is fine. Again, do you have to pause? No, but you can. You certainly can. Just like you did with so at the night bankery,
Yeah.
perfectly fine, right? There's not anything. And imagine is one of those uh, in this case, it's a verb, imagine, but
Right.
it's kind of like at the beginning. Imagine now, but you don't have to pause. Imagine being blind drunk and stuff. She's just going around into the story. So either way is fine. The way you read it was perfectly fine. I
Yeah.
have no problem with that. You
Imagine.
can.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine being blind drunk and stumbling across a bakery at 2 in the morning, selling chocolate and croissant, a chocolate croissant.
That's
By
right.
50. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd buy 50,
Right.
and then you can pause for as long as you like there.
Right.
You'd buy 50. The other thing I thought you did really well is in this right here, restaurants. So people having soup for dinner, and then you paused, which is exactly right, right? People having soup for
Yeah.
dinner. People who forgot to buy dessert to take to a party, right? Because they're two
So
different
for dinner.
people, and so that was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that was exactly what you would want to do there. Great job. Yeah, that was terrific. So I just wrote down antibiotics, croissants for the stress, and then nocturne. We want that short O. That was really very good. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. You
So
said soup for dinner. You sound like a super. Is that but you still pronounce F soup for.
the soup for the four reduction. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's yeah. I guess I'm not doing all the. I mean, it's impossible to give you every reduction, but we have covered it. You're right. For me to pay attention, we have covered it. So people having soup for dinner, I'm not going to. That's perfectly fine. But Americans reduce, and so I would say people having soup for dinner. People who got right. So do you
Or yeah.
with the four reduction, we'll go to that one real quick. If you
Yeah.
remember,
So
we're
you
just doing
skip F soup
it's just
for.
fur
Oh yeah. Okay.
like cat fur. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
schwa r
For
yeah.
no, I remember. Okay, because I didn't catch F sound. Yeah. So because
Super
it's P and F is kind of right next to each other. So
right next to each other.
yeah, super. Yeah,
Yeah, which makes it even
super.
difficult for because you want to articulate both the P and the R, stop P, and then go into that F. The only time you're not going to be reducing four is if it happens to be the last word in a sentence, right? What do you want that for? Then you're going to
Yeah.
do, or what do you, like, whatever the case. I think they have it, they don't have it on there as an exception, but you're pretty much, if it's,
Yeah, it's like
you can,
a yeah. Last time, like I don't know, I don't mean to. Is you pointed out like rather than say I don't mean to, I should say I don't mean to. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
the
mean
kind of
to.
previous one. Yeah, because like so similar to that. Like for example,
Right.
at the end.
Not that I meant to, right? As opposed, not that I meant to, um, but I would say, oh yeah, I meant to do it. But at the end, and not that I meant to,
Yeah,
you're gonna do if
yeah,
it's at the end. There's only a couple of reductions where you can do if it's the last word. Maybe you. How can I help you? Or
yeah.
them. Have you talked to them? The them reduction you can do if it's
Right,
the
right.
last word. Yeah, absolutely. And then but for that's the only thing that you heard there. Um, So yeah, and then do you have any questions for me? Right, you're probably going to do it there too. Do you have any other questions for me?
for me.
I have some for you, so you can do it every time. I mean, it's that pour reduction is there, and I'm not even think about it when you're reading. But those are the little things that I do that you do not. Yeah, that I'm I'm
Yeah,
always going to be reducing, like just because it's so natural.
yeah,
Um,
but I was more kind of thinking about the P and F combination. Combination. I don't know. Is that schwa or
combination, no combination short O.
okay? Combination. So soup for so you still pronounce F or
I
because
Yeah,
it sounded like
super.
a super. It sounded like a super. Yeah,
People are having soup for dinner.
soup for dinner. Yeah, soup for dinner. Yeah, soup for
Yeah.
dinner. Yeah, yeah.
So if you didn't hear it, it's not because I didn't articulate it. It's just because I did it so quickly. But I did articulate P and F for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Soup
Um,
for dinner. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So we've got
All
a
right.
few more minutes here. That's good though. That was terrific. So
Yeah.
let's see. I think for the most part, um, the comedy monologues.
Okay. There are yeah much
There's
more. Yeah.
tons of this stuff. So let's go. Let's see. We've still got about a few more minutes. Let's see if we can get this one, or at least a paragraph of Pram Kicker.
Okay. So it's not a PDF anymore. Okay.
No, yeah,
Uh,
it is.
Ju-
No, they're not. They're not PDFs. That's right.
yeah. He called me by he called me by my name. His name his name for me, Judy Root, because I always swear. Apparently, because I always swear. Apparently,
Parent.
apparently, yeah, apparently. The only fucking person I have ever allowed to call me Judy. I went and stood in a car shop for a bit to sort my head out. Yeah, so I'm kind of completely lost. He called me by my name. Call me by my name is kind of a saying something bad about you. I remember.
Well, and so her name is Jude, right? Is the person talking? If you look there,
Yeah,
so he called me by my and so I was gonna stop you there. So he called me by my name, his name for me, Judy Rude. So you don't have to go. You said his name for me, and so you don't have to articulate or go up and pitch because these are just general statements. So he called me by my name, his name for me, Judy Rude, because I always swear. Apparently, yeah. So it was a nickname that he or she Jude I think is a guy. But it could be a girl. But either way, I don't think the person likes the only he doesn't like it. He or she. The only person I ever allowed to call me Judy. Yeah, okay. So whether it's a guy or girl, the only person that ever called him Judy, so he doesn't like it. He or she doesn't like it.
so I'm completely lost. Sorry, what do you mean by he called me by my name? What that means? Like I just called your name?
Yeah, he called me by my name. Well, and then he clarifies himself. His name for me, Judy Rude. So yeah,
Sorry,
he
I
just
still don't understand. Like what the his name for me? Because like a name, your name is your name for you, right? Not him.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
his name for me is so some people like I used to have a friend named Chris, right? A guy, and I used to call him
Yeah.
Chrissy. Hey, Chrissy, right? I used to call him Chrissy. So I
Okay,
I had
so
a
he
nickname for
named
me.
you like his nickname, like the nickname he's using for you or for someone. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, unsanctioned, right? I didn't give you the okay. You just made it up. And so he called me by my name, his name for me, Judy Rude. So because he swore, he or she, and it sounds like a he.
Yeah, but what do you mean by he called me by my name? By called me by my name is like called Judy or Jude by this Judy Rude name.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be, like, he called me by my name, his name for me. And then I think he called me by my name and then clarifies his name for me, Judy Rude, right? So his nickname that he made up, Judy Rude, because I always swear, right? This was so that's in quotes,
Yeah.
saying the reason that this person, whoever he's talking about, that called him or her Judy Rude, that's why.
Okay.
Oh, why do you call
Okay.
me Judy Rude? Oh, because you always swear. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's the thing that's going on. That's
Okay.
the other thing. Before I let you go, that's the thing about these monologues are not unlike the others that we've read up to this point. They're like in a vacuum, so there's no context. So they are and can be confusing. Believe me, even me, I don't think they're particularly well written. Even though they come from play, this is a play
Yeah.
and a lot of movies that I've seen. There's a lot of typos on here, so they are difficult. There's some typos. There's some things that are just written by people, and we don't have any context. So there's that. So don't. I would not try to figure it out because it doesn't matter. We're going for articulation. We're going for intonation and that kind of thing. We're not worried about their grammar
No, 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 but
or
still, it's very useful because yeah, sometimes I come across a lot of expressions in movies that I don't fully follow, although I understand every single words, but still I didn't understand. For example, like previous one also I say something I forgot what it was
oh
but
right, yeah. And you said
I
I said to him, yeah, right. I said
I
something.
say
I
to
say
him
right.
I say or I didn't I mean yeah, for example, I didn't fully understand what he was saying, but you explained, and then also I even like a kind of a use AI to explain to me what that means, and then oh, this is how they use or this one. His name for me is also something I have never heard of this expression.
He's
Yeah,
just saying it's a nickname. Yeah, his name for
yeah,
me is just she is just he's not calling it a nickname, but that's what it is, right? This
yeah,
person called him or her Judy Rude. I still think it's a guy because Jude is a guy's name.
yeah. Okay,
But it could be a girl's name. I'm
okay.
thinking of the
Yeah,
Beatles
so
song now.
that's useful. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
I got you. So we'll pick up
All
here.
right.
We'll just
Right.
continue on with this pram kicker. And I wrote down antibiotics, croissants, nocturnes, and then apparently. And remember that
Apparently.
ARE will always be the A will always be a short E in ARE situations with
Oh.
R being the word R being the only exception. Like how are you? It's the one exception. Otherwise, ARE is always like AIR. It's always a short E.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently. Yeah. Apparently. Yeah. All
So I
right.
wrote that
Thank you very
down. I'll
much.
throw that in the chat. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Sumi. Take care.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
You got it. Bye bye.